Well, good evening, everyone. Michael Soothing here. I think what I'm going to do today, this evening, is to wrap some gifts. And great gifts for Christmas, of course. So I'm no good at gift wrapping. So I don't expect this to go well. But we'll just do the best we can, right? Guys don't know how to do this, usually. Unless they've had a lot of practice or something. This first gift is for Joanne. And since she likes the color gold, I was thinking this, look at all those nice colors in this gold. But you know what? I think she prefers the color red. Red's one of her favorites. It's not one of mine, although I do like metallic red. So I think we'll use this one. I got all these supplies from Dollar Tree. Like actual Scotch tape. Everything there is $1, right? So I'm assuming that since this is actual Scotch brand with 2 rolls for $1, there's probably about 1 inch of tape on each roll. So I got a couple of these just in case. That way I'll have 3 or 4 inches of tape, right? Because they just make up for lack of volume and what they don't charge you. So first things first, since Joanne is at the top of my Christmas list, let's wrap her gift first. If she watches this, she'll be upset if I wrap someone else first. First, you always have to get this weird plastic stuff off of here. Is there a quiet way I can do it? Probably with scissors. Let's try that. So we don't disturb you with a really loud racket of noises. You know what? I don't like loud noises in the evening because I want to do ASMR not just for you, but for me as well. I really prefer peace and quiet rather than loud noise. Now let's see. Here we are. It's a very light kind of cellophane stuff. How are we going to do this? Oh, look, it's got lots of colors on the flip side here. Kind of like you can do, I really like the inside better myself, but I think she'll prefer the red, so I am going to wrap in such a way that will enable you to laugh at my terrible job, because I really will not be able to do this well. So first I'll kind of measure this out, and then I will cut some of it. Hopefully this is long enough where I'm cutting. Probably won't be. If it's not long enough, then I'll resort to the time-tested principle of using the piece I cut on a different gift. Okay, so like already I have a massive fail because I cut such a crooked piece. This stuff is really hard to cut. It's like a mylar film, a very thin mylar film. Much harder to cut than normal wrapping paper. So I have my first issue with Dollar Tree supplies, right? But what I'll do is I'll make that really raggedy edge, that terrible looking raggedy edge, go on the inside so it's not visible. Now, somebody out there, probably many of you out there, know how to wrap Christmas gifts, and you're thinking to yourself, what's wrong with this rocket scientist? He can do rocket science, but he can't wrap a simple Christmas gift. Yes, that's right, folks. I'm a complete klutz when it comes to this kind of thing. But that's why I'm including you, because I want you to be able to laugh at me or laugh with me or something at my efforts at doing this. I normally leave this task to others, gift wrapping. Okay, let's see if I do what I usually do, which is make the piece just small enough so that it won't fit. Where's my cheapo tape? Where's my little Dollar Tree? Let's dig into this first. Let's see if we have any usable tape on these brand new little reels here. Quiet, guys. Don't squeak, okay? Squeak is not ASMR-ish at all. We'll let that. Well, I was right. There's about 1 inch of tape on this thing. See, you can't hardly tell the reel from the amount of tape on it. But that's what I expected, folks. So when I go somewhere else, I'll get some proper tape so I can do this easier when I go to some other store. All right, so let's get a little piece of tape. It doesn't want to cut so easy either. We'll put this really raggedy thing here where it won't show. Oh my goodness, it's long enough, guys. You know, I really should measure it. You would think somebody with an engineering background would be very carefully measuring and all that kind of thing, but I have too many gifts. I can't go through all of that nonsense to just wrap so many different gifts. All right, so first off, I see that I made these ends way too big. So I would normally cut off that stuff, but I'm not going to do that because we can kind of just kludge it like this. This is where I really mess it up usually. I want a nice pointy end down here, and I'm not going to get that, am I? This Mylar is like, I don't even know what to describe it, how to describe it. Okay, I'm just going to do it like that. By the way, Joanne is not picky about how gifts are wrapped. Otherwise, I would make a science project out of this, but she's not into the fancy wrapping thing. So she won't mind if this is a little bit unorthodox or sloppy. And I'm very thankful for that. And some of these other gifts are for kids. You know, my grandkids that are 2-year-old and 4 years old. So they're not going to mind either. All they're going to care about is what's inside. I am going to cut this one shorter out of view so you don't see what injury I did to it. I cut it a little shorter so that I can do this. Now, some of you are going to be relaxed by gift wrapping noises. Others are going to say, that's too loud for me. I'm going to have to put a little piece of tape here. Otherwise, it's going to get all bunched up there. Really what you're supposed to do, which I should have done, I think, is maybe put another piece down here. Kind of hold that firm while I'm trying to fold this. I used to make paper airplanes, so I should know how to do this, but I don't. That's all right. It's the thought that counts, right? When you go to malls, you can have other people wrap all the gifts for you. which is very handy and convenient. All right, well, at least it has a nice color that she'll like, see? And it's got all kinds of shiny something bouncing around on there so she can kind of try to guess what it is. Okay, now, one thing you never want to do is wrap a bunch of gifts and then forget what's in each one and who it goes to. So we won't do that today, folks. We will put a tag on each gift as we go. Should I put... Maybe since this is Joanne's gift, we'll put a little of this gold wire ribbon, whatever this is, on here. Oh, this is really strange because it's... Why is it pebbly here and then it's something else out here? What does that mean? I have no idea. Oh, I see. Yeah, there are little pebbly things on it. This has got a hard wire inside of it. Let's just cut some of this and see what we can do with it. I don't know. I have no idea. But we can fancy up the box a little bit, right? Make some kind of little bow or something. All right. Did you learn how to tie your shoes by yourself when you were a kid? Because I never did learn, so I should have made this longer. I should have made this longer, huh? See, if I knew anything about fancy gift wrap, I'd be making a bunch of little loops and stuff like that, but since I don't, maybe I should make her a little heart or something. Well, we'll do that on a different gift. That's what we'll do. This one doesn't want to cooperate. So instead, we're going to have to... Oh boy. Dollar Tree. Okay, that's a fail. So we'll get rid of that. We'll just call that a nice fail. See, when you go to try to pull this or tie it, then the stuff slides off this little wire that it's inside. But I can satisfyingly wad this into a ball, and we'll try again with a new piece. Boy, this is going to be a long video. And now I've got people texting me because they always do that when I'm making a video. You can't hear it, but I can feel it. It's on my hip. Let's see if it's anything earth-shakingly important. I couldn't sleep, says Joanne. I'm too tired. I'm just tired. She's many hours ahead. So if it's 10 p.m. here, which it is, it's 2 in the afternoon tomorrow in the Philippines. So she said she was tired when she got up, didn't sleep enough, and she was going to take a nap, but I guess that didn't work out. You know, I think I wasted my $1 on this particular product, because no matter what I do with it, it falls apart. It would seem, anyway. But let's try one more time to see if we can just do a little something here. Can you hold that for me? Put your thumb right there, right? Remember that when somebody would always have you hold it for them? I'm gonna wrap this around and do I don't know what. I can't do the thing that you can do with the little curlicues. That's not going to work with this stuff. Oh, this is a fail also. See how this pulls off this wire? Let me show you up close. I'm going to have to tell Joanne that I can't respond to her texts right now because I'm wrapping gifts. Double fail. Alright, so what we're going to do instead, maybe later I'll find some conventional kind of ribbon to put around it instead of that wire stuff, which as it turns out is pretty much useless. So let's put a tag on it so we don't forget who it belongs to. Okay, so it doesn't matter that I wasted $1 on this because I saved a lot of money on all the other stuff. You know, wrapping paper and stuff, and other stores, they charge you a fortune. Especially when it's metallic like that. Didn't I just cut this open? I'm sure I did. Yeah, here we are. Pull those out. Let's see, what would contrast well with the red? Either blue or green. We can't put red, it'll become invisible. So we gotta pick either green or blue. I think green is the one that will properly match. So we'll put that on there. I'll figure out later how to put some kind of bow or something. What's this? Piece of adhesive or something strange. Very odd. It's this little wispy thing. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. And it's probably something that was sent over from China in this stuff. That's where all of this is made. Okay, do I have a pin? Yeah. To Pookie. That's my nickname for Joanne. From Miguel. Yeah. Okay. I'll do something more with this box later, but I'm telling you, she won't care. That she's just not into, worrying about how fancy it is. And that's something I appreciate. Who will we wrap next? Let's try. This is for my 2-year-old grandson, Griffin. I showed you this in a different video. Christmas gift haul video or something. Amazon. I know it was aquarium stuff, but I got gifts also. And it's got this suite of cars in it. It's got the ones that are in the front row there. And he's going to love it. It's got this police SUV, this school bus, this camouflage van, this VW microbus like from the hippie days. And I think there's a Ferrari over here. Police vehicle. That must be European or something. How many are in here? I think it's those 5. Does it say how many we get? 1/64th scale. Openable doors. Now you might think this is too advanced for a 2-year-old, but if you watched him play, you would change your mind. He loves toy vehicles, and he does little roads, and he's a brilliant little guy for his age. So he just turned 2, but he knows exactly what to do. He plays more like a 5-year-old would play with toy cars. Makes up in his head where they're going on the road and so forth. So I don't think, of course he would like the shiny paper, but 2-year-olds are more attracted to cartoon characters. I think he'll like this paper better. So we'll get him some of this, right? To wrap this thing. Get it started over here. the same thing we did with the other one. Peel this stuff off. This cellophane, whatever. I wonder if I can do a better job of cutting this one. One thing I know I'm going to do is make sure it's not quite as big on the ends. So I've got too many gifts that are crowding me over on this side over here. I'm not sure you should. Uh-oh. That was my new medicine that just fell on the floor. But I think it will work just as well, even though it fell on the floor, because it's just a bottle of tablets. It's for this terrible rash that I have that the chemo triggered, and I'm hoping it will work, and then I'll be willing to come say hi to you in person again someday on a video where I actually do a reveal. I'm not vain, but nonetheless, I promise you I'm not, but nonetheless, it's so bad I just don't want to shock you or anything. I need to fix it first. Okay, this time we're going to try to do this just a little bit better. I have squares I can look at, so I can be a little bit more engineering oriented this time. Where's my pen? I'll cut the paper separately this time. We'll cut it here, and I will cut it, how far down? About here, down here. You can't see where I'm marking it, but I'm marking it. We'll move this out of the way and do some cutting. If I can find the scissors again. Here they are. Okay, I'll cut this paper. Oh, I just know this paper is going to want to roll onto the floor. I know that's what it's thinking. It's thinking, I'll show you, I'll fall on the floor, I'll knock several things over in the process like this tape. I'll make a loud thud, and then you'll know who's in charge. You or the Christmas paper. I need a helper for all this. I need some Keebler elves or something. Okay, I'm going to go over here, cut this paper. I put it too close to the Tascam microphone. It's going to be way too loud. Okay, let's see if this is going to fit. Will it fit? Will it fit, guys, or am I going to have another fail on my hands? We will soon find out. You know, it wouldn't be authentic if we didn't allow for failure now and then. But you know I like to make my video. Uh-oh. Houston, we may have a problem, but we'll see. Where did I put my tape? I know I just moved it. Here it is. You saw it there, didn't you? Okay. We'll put 3 little pieces of tape on here. So far, so good. Doggy bone. Is it all doggies getting gifts? Well, Griffin likes little doggies. Joanne is non-stop texting me on my phone. I keep feeling it vibrate. Maybe I will pause and tell tell her that I'm making a video. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I just have to give her a little response, guys. She's got someone there in the Philippines who's very pushy. And so I'm trying to sell her, coming door to door selling some kind of tortilla thing that's crunchy with caramel stuff on it, because they bought once from this kid. Now he comes every day and tries to push his way in the door and stuff. Yeah. So I'm just telling her, yeah, well, sometimes you gotta be firm. All right, this one's coming out better and easier than the first one, but we're gonna make it easy on ourselves. Tape this here. Oh, this came out so much better. It's because it's not that Mylar crap. I guess I should have avoided that. Put this on here. See, that came out almost professional there. Almost looks like a See's candy box wrapping, even though it's not their kind of gift wrap. Oh, I can't make myself hungry for chocolate. I just saw the list of things that I'm supposed to avoid for this skin medicine to work. Rash and chocolate's on that list. Cinnamon's on that list. Capsaicin is on that list. That means anything that's spicy food. Wine is on that list. Coffee is on that list. So there's no reason for me to live. Okay, but anyway, to go on living. And some other things are on that list. I already had a bunch of stuff I couldn't eat to keep blood sugar low and stuff, so it's kind of a drag, but you know what? Every day in this life is a good day. So this is going to go to baby Griffin. We'll put this here. Griffin. Spelled G-R-Y. Uh-oh, I think I just did it wrong. I think it's Griffyn. Or is it G-R-Y-F? Is it G-R-I-F-F-Y-N? Or G-R-I-F-F? Or G-R-Y-F-F-I-N? Oh, well, anyway. Grandpa. Fine. Alright. I'll figure that out. And if I have to replace it later, I will. I can't believe it. Are we really already 29 minutes into this thing? Wow. And my battery has a short life. All right. What else can we wrap? This I made for, you know, I'm making rosin stuff now. And I think I showed you this. Maria loves all things US. So I made her, this will look a little better if I back it with something so you can see it. What can I back it with? US coins. Let's see. There's a new silver dollar there. New silver dollar. And then there's these mercury dimes around it from the 1940s. So about 80 years old, so That's almost 2 ounces of silver there, plus you've got the numismatic value of those mercury dimes. They don't have a big collector value, but they're worth their weight in silver for sure, plus a little bit more. All right, how can we wrap this? Let's go back to the shiny Mylar. Should I flip it the other way? No, because it shows fingerprints when you're on this side. So I'm not even going to try anything fancy with this because I know it'll just mess it up. But I'm going to cut it a bit smaller. It's too big, guys. It's too big. Do you know that the word too big in Filipino means water? T-U-P-I-G. Tubig. That's how they pronounce it. So, well, I was going to make a bad joke, but I better not. Every time I make an off-color joke, I have one subby who complains. Blah, blah, blah. It's not funny when you do that, you know. And you always have a prude in the audience, right? I got one like that. I know the rest of you are going to say, hey, make all the jokes you want. That's what we're here for. So just this once, I'm going to be nice to that other subby and spare them the joke about too big. Okay. Oh, I really like how these colors change. Don't you like that? Here, let me show you up close. Real slow. I like that better than the gifts, you know. If someone gave me something wrapped in this paper, I would just sit and play with the paper and the light. And the gift wouldn't matter, okay? So then I would be in trouble. We'll flip this over and see if there's some rational way we can wrap something like this. I don't know what it would be, but I don't have the slightest idea. But let's try it and see. Oh, you know what? I don't want to stick that on there. So I'll do it like this instead. I think we need to cut this down to size. Don't you? I could have just cut one end and moved it down, right? That would have made a lot more sense. And it would have been less work. But we'll just do it the hard way. Okay. Now we can make our Mylar paper airplane. This stuff is so hard to work with. It's nothing like regular paper. I'm going to have to tape it here to get it to behave a little bit. It's just too, it's like, you know that plastic wrap you use to wrap food? This is like that. It's about the consistency of that stuff. Like handy wrap or whatever they call that stuff. Makes it awfully difficult to keep it in place. Boy, this is really going to be a kludge job, but no one will care except me. Luckily, the people receiving the gifts will understand. Besides, you know, some of these gifts are not going to be received by Christmas time because it turns out that to send them to the Philippines, they would get there about halfway through 2021. Not to mention going through a very expensive customs process where they charge you a bunch of money because of whatever, graft and corruption or something. So, since Joanne and Maria are coming here around the first week of February, back from the Philippines, we'll just have a late gift exchange celebration when they get here. Okay, this is to Maria from Miguel. She calls me Miguel sometimes. There we go. Well, that's 3 gifts, and it took a full half hour. But I'm going to have to go respond to some of the texts that I'm getting now. In fact, it took more than a half hour. We're almost 40 minutes now. I'm going to have to respond. So I'll just show you some of the other. Now, these aren't gifts. What this is, I got some of these at Dollar Tree. The reason being, I have a thing that Joanne made me that you put a little light on to shine at night so that you don't have to have it like totally dark in the bedroom. It's kind of cool. I showed it to you a long time ago when we did gift exchange last Christmas, I think. So anyway, you can buy these 2 for $1, and you just turn this on like that. And then typically, oh, you have to pull this little piece of paper out of the bottom first. Don't forget that. Pull the little piece of protective paper out. About 1 in 4 of these doesn't work. No, maybe not that bad. About 1 in 8. But this one is working, see? So I'll turn that on at night. It will last about a week or so if I turn it off during the day. And it just makes for a nice little night light. Yeah, so I got a few of those. We always keep a supply of these handy. Let's see what else. My stepmom, her birthday is in February. Amethyst is her birthstone. So I made her one of these things I was showing you. I was making these lately. It's got a big amethyst thing in the center, and then some other stones and some other stuff in there. She'll like it. I made her two of these coasters. Let's see. Emerald's kind of wild. That's my 4-year-old granddaughter. How did I get tape on this? I put a little piece of tape there before and forgot about it. So her gift is actually a magic set. I showed you that in the last video, I think. But she's quite wild, so I also got her this thing where you can stretch this and fire these at your parents, right? She can shoot those at, my daughter, her mom. She'll have fun doing that. Shooting them at the cat, hopefully not, but poor cat. Anyway, I have to go for now, but I'll be back with another video in the future. Until then, don't ASMR and drive. Oh, I was going to show you the other thing I got. This is the good one that I made for my stepmom. She moved to the area recently. So this has a bigger amethyst in the center, as you can see. And it's got wildflowers, shells, colored glass bits, and some other semi-precious stones. Some little amethysts that are around here, see? And there, and there. It's got a big one in the center, right there. Big flat amethyst, some seashells and other stuff. So she gets 2 coasters so that when she has company, you know, she'll have both of those. She always makes a gift of some kind for us, so I wanted to get her something, not just buy a gift. I'm going to have to go find a big thing of water and some tea, so my voice will come back. But of course I'll do a full whisper video in the future. I've had that request many times. And I will do that when I get a chance. I promise. This stuff is a lot quieter. Much better for ASMR than the loud one that we had before. But anyway, take care, everyone. What else here? Somebody's gonna get the cat lover, and our family's gonna get this kittens calendar, and Emerald will get this magic kit because she loves to do magic. She's 4. Now this is for ages what does it say? 8 and up, I think. But she'll be happy with it. She'll know what to do. She's quite clever, so. And if her mom can show her, you know, a couple of the tricks, then she'll be wowing everyone when they come with her magic. All right, I keep rambling. So I'm going to go now, everyone. Take care. I hope you will have a quiet, peaceful rest, evening, weekend, whatever you're doing. And a good Christmas. Of course, I'll be back before then with another video. But don't get stressed. I know it's a stressful year. And that's why I'm hoping I can relax you a little bit with a video like this. If I can alleviate the stress of any one of you, then I will have accomplished the goal I set out to accomplish. It's the very reason I make these videos, is I want to help make your day a bit more relaxing. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.